Hi, this is Mark White, CEO of the Servant Group. Welcome back again. In this particular video, which is number 2, we're going to talk about step 2 for your organization in order to gain more time, more money, less hassle. As we reiterated on the first video, the current reality is vital, but actually something that is probably more important to that, but is not attempted initially, is desired reality. Where do you want to go? What does it look like in your personal and business vision and business design? In other words, what we have found over the last 25 plus years in serving small to middle market businesses is that most people end up in the position where the business runs them, sort of the tail wagging the dog. We have every intention of corralling the businesses and using it as a tool, but actually we end up serving it versus the other way around. What personal and business vision does is it gives a clear picture for you, the owner, if you're married, your spouse, with your other owners and partners, to be able to see what are those particular elements that are really important to you in your personal vision and guide the business vision and the business design all in harmony and support to achieve those objectives. I can't tell you the number of times when I've sat down with CEOs, board members, leadership team members, and asked them, well, what would you like to do in a personal way that the business can help? And they always seem to say something like, well, in 3 to 5 years, I'd really like to begin doing thus and so. And yet, when we quiz them a little bit deeper, we find out that 3 to 5 years ago, they were saying the same thing. And they'd never put a stake in the ground and say, okay, we're going to move forward and start to identify and accomplish these things personally. So we're not staring out the window or at the ceiling, in the afternoon or late at night and wondering what in the world are we going to do about curtailing these particular things that have arisen. It's a common issue, and it's something that be encouraged can be conquered completely. So how does it work with the personal vision? Well, with yourself or perhaps with your spouse, what we want to do is be able to determine what are those particular things that are first, what are the priorities, the weights of those in your own personal life, and then with your other business colleagues, with your other partners, perhaps their spouses, perhaps they're single, is what are those things for them individually, and then how do the main things overlap? How do they integrate so each of you know what those passions are and what those have-to-be's are as you run the business day by day. Businesses are run by people. We have emotions, we have passion, we have visions, and often the visions are covered over, they're ignored because of the burning issues and all the fires that we're putting out. So again, personal vision and business vision. The business vision itself is what are the 2 or 3, maybe 4 things that you and every employee from the newest recruit can recite to me or anybody else on why they get up in the morning and do what they do. This is not necessarily a mission statement or all these things that you hang in your wall or put in the boardroom or in the president's office that gather dust and nobody can remember what they say, or they say something simplistic like quality and service. But what are those 2 to 3, at the max 4 things that can really determine everything that tie into your business vision that's been predetermined first? Once you have the personal vision, the business vision determined, then you can determine what is the best business design. We've identified 5 basic business designs. We believe one is far and above, head and shoulders above all the rest. And certainly we can discuss that with you and you can pick out the ones. You'll probably see yourself in one of the other 4 of these particular business designs. But the 5th and final one is the one that we need to move toward. It's an exciting time of things that can be done to, again, what are most people after? More time, more money, less hassle. Now, if you have a particular interest in these things, feel free to pick up the phone, call me directly, Mark White, and we can discuss the possibilities of what you might like to discover in this step 2, which is personal and business vision and business design, or maybe this has struck a chord with you as it ties into current reality as well. Now, in video 3, our last video of this particular series, look for that soon. And again, if you want to see it more quickly, like immediately, go ahead and click on the link on this page, and you can get that without waiting for the next installment through email. Thanks, and again, this is Mark White with the Servant Group.